Should we just,
Yeah.
should we,
what?
Boom.
Monty, should we talk about if they're gonna need summer school?
Yeah.
Probably. And night school, that fourth
Okay.
session is kicking off, right? On March 19th, right? Yeah.
So when everyone goes, know your role.
March.
Your
You're gonna
turn.
put the links in the chat, Sage?
So March
For what?
9th, March
The
19th.
links.
It's quarter four.
So they do that for one day and then spring break and then they come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's open for spring break, so they can
Okay.
knock it out.
Oh, perfect. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to, what are we calling this? Countdown.
Senior parent night. Yeah,
Count-
countdown.
Countdown to graduation, countdown to college, countdown to work, countdown to
Summer school.
summer school, maybe countdown to. So there is a question in the chat that I will not be answering. So whoever put that in there, I'm not trying to be mean. You're just gonna have to wait on that one.
Uh-oh.
Secret.
Not even gonna make it public.
Surprise, surprise. Again, good evening, everybody. And like I said, we got a few things to share with you. And really, if you got questions, please put them in question and answer. I think we can pretty much answer all of them tonight, minus the graduation one. That's kind of up in the air. So without further ado, I will turn it over to, I don't even know who I'm turning over. Oh, 80 days till graduation. Look at
80
that.
days, counting down. Yes.
Who's first?
Dinica.
All right, Miss Tareen.
All right. I'm excited to be talking about this stuff, guys, because that means we're getting really close to graduation. So what I want to talk to you about, I just want to give you a couple reminders with regards to colleges and a couple reminders with regards to scholarships. So let's start with colleges. If you haven't applied, you still have time. So I want to encourage you, if you want to go to school and you haven't applied, it's really important to get your application in sooner than later. You have time, but every day that passes, your opportunities lessen and lessen with regards to financial aid, picking classes. So if you haven't applied, apply now. If you have applied, there's some stuff you need to start thinking about. Number one, money. We're going to talk in just a few minutes about paying for school. So you got to be thinking about that money. You also need to make sure you're watching all your emails because you're going to be getting some emails about orientation. Every college has an orientation that students have to sign up for and go through. So make sure you're watching your emails. You also got to start thinking about where you're going to live. Are you going to live at home with mom and dad? Are you going to live in the dorms? These are things you got to start wrapping up these loose ends, okay? If you have questions about applying for college or where you're going to live, how do you apply to the dorms? If you have questions about any of that, you can go to a couple places. You can go to your counselor, and all the counselors are here tonight, or you can go to an admissions officer. Several of the admissions officers are going to be visiting the school in the next month. UNM's going to be visiting, NMSU is going to be visiting, Eastern's going to be visiting. So if you need to talk to one of those admissions officers, make sure you go to the Campus 2021 course and sign up to meet with one of those admissions officers. Okay, did anyone want to add anything on colleges before I jump into some money talk? Any of the other counselors? All right, let's shift gears and let's talk about money. Because if you're going to go to college, you have to figure out how to pay for it. So I want to remind everyone, if you haven't done your FAFSA form, to complete your FAFSA form as soon as possible. A lot of schools had a March 1st priority deadline. That doesn't mean you're done and you can't complete it. It just means they're starting to hand out money. So if you don't get your FAFSA done, eventually that money is going to start winding down. So make sure you complete your FAFSA. If you're struggling and you need help, every Monday, there's virtual help available for you. So on your Canvas 2021 class, we put the link to do Money Mondays, which is virtual help available for you for your FAFSA. I also want to encourage you to apply for scholarships. There are a ton of scholarships out there. I just updated our scholarship list about 30 minutes ago, and I added 10 new scholarships to it today. So there are tons of scholarships out there. The Community Foundation in the area has 30 scholarships. Our Las Cruces Public School Foundation has like 19 scholarships, tons of scholarships. That list is also on the Canvas course. Make sure you go in, you review that list and apply for scholarships, okay? I'm gonna put in a little plug for a very special scholarship that's out there. And anyone, you can chime in if you wanna talk about this scholarship at all. There's a scholarship called the Vera Montes Scholarship that is a memorial scholarship for a former coach from our school. I just had a conversation with one of the family members earlier today, and they told me they were very sad that nobody applied for this scholarship last year. We didn't have a single applicant. It's a $1,000 scholarship that someone in the school district gets. It's a $1,000 scholarship for a student who's interested in the PE field. And last year, no one took it. That $1,000 stayed on the table. So I'm going to encourage you, if you have any interest in PE, I'm going to encourage you to apply for this scholarship because I'd like to change that for this family. I'd like to get that scholarship count up. So make sure you're applying for scholarships. If you're going to go to DACC or NMSU, remember to fill out your Scholar Dollar. They still have some scholarships on the table, so make sure you get that application filled out. Does anyone want to add anything with regards to scholarships before we move on?
Yeah, there will be a new scholarship coming later this month, specifically for students who want to go into the trades. It'll be a scholarship to DACC, but it's something that the Las Cruces Home Builders Association is doing. And so there'll be more information coming out and probably by the end of the month, and it will be a quick turnaround. So as soon as you see that information from your counselors, make sure you get in and apply for that.
I also want to add that time is on your side right now. It's March. We still have a few months to go. So I would take some time this week, maybe tomorrow, since you all don't have Zooms, check out your Canvas page, find a few scholarships that you qualify for, look at the deadlines, make a plan for yourself for the rest of the semester. What are you going to apply for? And then let us know how we can help you out, okay? A lot of these scholarships are essay-based, which means there's some writing to them. We would love to help you with that piece, okay? But you all have to come to us with what scholarships you're interested in after you look them over on Canvas, okay?
The one thing I want to add, we keep mentioning the Canvas page. Hopefully at this point in March, all of you have visited it quite a few times. Parents, if you're an observer on your student's Canvas account, you can see everything that they see. It's the class of 21 Canvas page. There's scholarships, the Gradzilla forms for cap and gown. We did our senior meetings and all the senior information with videos that we all did. And there's links for 2 letters of recommendations. There's a whole lot of information on there. And so if you haven't seen it, make sure you're getting on there, checking it. It's not a daily thing, but you'll get notified by Canvas when something gets changed or added. So that's really going to be a place that you need to visit. It's just in there with all your classes. It says class of 21.
I put the link in the chat right now.
Yeah, and reach out to one of the counselors if you don't have it. 32 haven't accepted it yet, and I haven't updated it, but I don't think we've gotten any new seniors in the last month or two, have we? So, but it's updated. We have 31 that haven't even gotten in there yet. So if you need to, email your
Can you send
counselor,
it
we'll get you added.
All right, so that's all on colleges and scholarships. Just remember, apply if you haven't applied to college and apply to scholarships. There's a lot out there.
I'll go next. So in addition to graduation, which is a super big ceremony, we have something called Senior Honors Night. And this is the same as graduation. It's for all seniors that will be graduating. This is where we recognize you for your academics, any athletic scholarships, any military enlistments, any awards that you've received, Mayor's Top Teen, any awards you've received from your department award, maybe for a math award, science Olympiad, anything that you've received. And it doesn't just have to be senior year, obviously during high school sometime. We recognize the top, the 3.5 academic scholars, basically anything that you've done that's an achievement in the last 4 years, we recognize you for. And this ceremony, still working on what it's going to look like. It will be virtual. It will be on Wednesday, May 12th Dina, could you type that in the chat? Wednesday, May 12th at 6 p.m. It will be a webinar style like this, but we're also going to have a video. Last year we had kind of like a PowerPoint, but all the students sent in pictures. So I'll be asking for a picture of you, a list of your accomplishments, what you've done. So know that to be recognized, there's so many accomplishments that the class of 21 has had. And I don't know all of them. And I know the other people in this room don't know all of them. There may be things that you've gotten through your church. I know we have Eagle Scouts in here. So anything that you've done, I'm going to do a link in the Canvas page. Again, the class of 21 Canvas page. I'll also send it out as an advisory lesson. So hopefully if you're going to your advisory and your teachers are posting it, you'll get the link. And I will ask you to share with me what you've done and what you want to be recognized for. It will be a virtual ceremony, so you can log on, we'll record it. So if you can't watch it on that Wednesday night, but it is a celebration of everything that you do. When it's graduation, it's also a celebration, but we want to recognize those specific things that you've done. So that's on Wednesday, May 12th. Ooh, ASVAB, can I answer that one? No, I know, because the box is, I was told the box is sitting on the desk in my office. So I will be at the building tomorrow and we're going to make a plan for ASVAB scores to be distributed. They are paper scores, so we're going to have to do either a pickup or something like that. But they are in. They came in yesterday. I think so. Senior pages in the yearbook.
Yeah, I'll type in.
Ms. Martinez's
I'll
email.
type in. Yep, I'll type in Miss Martinez's email and.
Awesome. Well, I can go next. So I'm going to talk to you all about senior checkout, what that looks like. You may have heard of it. And really what it is just wrapping up all of your business for the last 4 years to make sure that when you graduate, you're able to leave and you don't have any other business left behind. So typically what senior checkout includes is making sure that you've completed your next step. So I know it's a little confusing. We have like next step where you sign up for your classes for next year, but we have next step, that form that you should have done through advisory. You should have filled out a job form where you put in all of your classes, what you plan on doing after you graduate high school, what your plan is, what your academic goals. So if you remember doing that with your advisory teacher, that's your next step plan. If you didn't, reach out to us and we can send you the form so that you can complete that. It needs to be done before you, definitely before you walk. The other thing that you have to do for senior checkout is you need to make sure that all of your books are turned in, any textbooks. And so we'll have a day for that. If you have any actual textbooks checked out that you can come and return. Same with fees. If you're not sure if you have a fee, you can go onto your student view to check your fees. You can also reach out to us counselors and we can find that out for you. So taking care of books, fees, and then last but not least is ordering your final transcript. And so you do that through Parchment. So you just, and all of you should know this by now, but if you don't, that's okay. You go to www.parchment, and we can link that in the chat to .com, and you can order your final transcript. And so that's kind of everything with senior checkout. We'll identify a day or two where you all can come and take care of those things, and we'll talk about it more as we get closer to graduation.
If they're out of for senior checkout, we always make alternate plans either before or after for checkout.
Absolutely.
And really,
go
ahead.
I'm going to put the link for the next step plans. I will tell you, seniors, we're missing about 400 and about 390 of those are seniors. So know that this is the one that always holds seniors up. They say, oh, I think I did it, and they didn't. And it takes a good 10-15 minutes to do. So make sure that the link I just put in the chat, so click on it and make sure you get that done because you don't want it to hold you up.
Yes, your final transcript can be for the student, but that is where you send it to your college. Whatever college of choice you're going to go to, when you order your transcript in Parchment, it's an automatic process. It sends it not automatic, but it sends it electronic through our registrar once final grades are posted, which usually isn't until about the early June. But before you check out, we have to make sure that you've signed up to send your transcript somewhere.
Mhm.
Great question coming up next. Is everybody else done?
Somebody's going to need to talk about summer school.
Who is?
You.
Me is? Okay, I'll do that. So what I want to do first is show you my screen here. Do you see a Canvas page? Y'all see it? So everything that we have talked about so far is through this class of 2021. There's a link for transcripts. You have to set up your account. You send it. When you set up your transcript, do not use your school email, because when you leave us, that school email gets canceled and you might want to request your transcripts again in the future. So you get your transcripts there. Everything Mrs. Tarin talked about is under important senior resources. Everything associated with financial aid, scholarships, all of that information. The question came up about caps, gowns, and rings. Yes, you have to order your cap and gown in order to participate in graduation. So right here, cap, gown, and ring, the contact information for Gradzilla, their phone number, their address, which is they're located on Valley, just north of the Sonic, and you can get that there. But a lot of seniors have not ordered caps and gowns, and so you will need to do that through Gradzilla, their local company. Contact them. If you took the SAT at school way back in October, you were given a packet for caps, gowns, and all the senior swag stuff. You still need to fill out an order form, even if you sent the PDF. That was just an information document, okay? You still need to call Gradzilla and order your cap and gown and get that taken care of. I'm gonna let Mr. Shopacom talk about graduation plans, but before we do that, those of you who have not done as well for your senior year, understanding that this virtual environment has not been the best, you may need to go to summer school to finish your graduation. And that just may be something that you have to do. We've just gotten information recently. Once we get clarifications, we will get another jot form out for you to sign up for summer school if you can complete your senior requirements this year. If you are not on track to graduate, you need to reach out to your counselor to set up plans for next year. So that's going to be very, very important to think about that. If you are potentially top 10%, and you will exchange your gowns, we usually know that like that last week of school, last week at graduation. And once we know who that is, we'll reach out to you through your school email. So please make sure you're checking that. Even though you've already checked out from school, you need to check that and make sure so we can get that gown exchanged for you, and Gradzilla will take care of that. I think that's everything for me. I'm gonna turn it over to Mr. Shopacom.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
and any cords you get will be at checkout. Sorry.
just making sure we didn't miss any.
A
Yeah,
lot of
cap.
questions about senior pictures.
Yep, I leave those up there. I got that one. So again, cap and gowns, everybody gets the same color to start, and talk to Mr. Albert, and he's going to exchange them for free, no charge. He was going to make us do both, but he's going to exchange them, and with COVID and all that stuff going on. So I want to thank him for making that work out. And he's going to dry clean them, get them all cleaned up for next group, I guess. But yeah, everybody get the same color, and then we'll figure out top 10 and top 10%. There was a question there. Senior grades are done. I mean, grades are done before teachers leave, but official takes a few days, but that's the top 10%. So quite a few questions about yearbooks. They're going to be a little bit late this year because of our sports being late, because of all our competitions being late, because of the pandemic, really. So we're waiting on a makeup date for all the pictures, really. So we're gonna have seniors come in at some point and do their makeup pictures. We got most of you done. When was that? Ooh, October?
November.
Oh. So we're gonna have probably 4 to 5 days where you can come in the backside of the school over there by the commons, get your picture taken. They'll have 3 or 4 cameras set up. So we'll get those out as soon as we get a confirmation from the company that we're working with. So seniors at that time, you can do your retakes, and then everybody else will get their pictures taken too. Miss Martinez has been out at school, and we do have kids going out to all the activities and all that fun stuff to try to get new pictures. So what the yearbook is going to look like, I think it's going to actually turn out pretty good because of some of this stuff. And I know she's kind of doing a tribute because saving the best class for last, which is you guys of Oñate High School. So I know she has quite a few things on there. As far as the first, 31 years? This is the 32nd graduating class.
I think that's right.
So, and as far as new IDs, we're kind of skipping IDs as far as the cost. We have a little plan at school to get kids in and out and all that good stuff. If you need an ID or something for, some need it for work, some need it for anything like that, just reach out to a counselor or any one of us and we'll get you in and we'll get you one made. But we're not going to make 1,700 of them for, really 15 to 20 days of kids coming back into school. But if you need one for some reason, we can absolutely make one. So kind of talking about graduation, we're kind of in the same place we were, depending on red, yellow, green, all that good stuff. Our hopeful plan is all the students that are graduating will be on the main football field of the Field of Dreams, and then up to 8 guests with each graduate. We'll have to get tickets out and all that good stuff. So socially distance on the bleachers. That's goal number 1. Hopefully we can make that work. If not, then we're going to have to go back to something similar to last year of the drive-through. So keep your fingers crossed, all that good stuff, that we can do it, stay 6 feet apart. And I think it'll turn out nice. And luckily we're at 9 a.m. So it's not going to be 150 degrees out at 1 o'clock. So we're going to be lucky on that point. So that's our plan right now. Probably that first week of May, we're going to have to decide one way or the other if it's going to happen or not. And then along that kind of same week, maybe on a Wednesday or another evening, we'll have to meet with you guys again to go over the plan for on the field graduation and then the drive-through. So we'll have another meeting about that as soon as we kind of get all that stuff figured out. So hopefully
You let them know when graduation is.
Yeah, I typed it. It was May. Yeah.
May
But it just went
19th.
21st,
May 21st.
May 21st, 9
Nah.
o'clock in the morning.
Oops.
Why? I had
Yeah, put May
19th in my
19th
head.
because you keep saying that. When will the diplomas be ready? Remember last year we had to wait till like July?
No, they're ordered. We'll be good with diplomas, unless they're behind on shipping and all that stuff. But we already have those planned on getting those, so we're going to be, I think, okay on that piece. So Miss Ortiz has already, unless something crazy happens at the factory like last time, but they were shut down for quite a while last year, so that's why they didn't get done. So
Do they know the website for the yearbooks?
it's at BITL something.
I got it. I'm going to put it in the chat.
Perfect.
There you go.
Monty, top 10? When do you know top 10?
We know top 10 about 4 days before graduation because we have to wait for all grades and grades from the college to get put in for that. So we know just a little bit before, and we'll get a way to exchange the caps and gowns at that time once we know.
Decorating cap and gowns?
Not at this time.
School appropriate. Yes, I'm going to say yes. I'm going to go out on a limb. Yes, we're just going to do it because it's outside, and we're just going to But we'll check them and do all that good stuff. I'm going to say yes for right now, and then we'll cross that bridge later. They can scold me if they want, because you really got to get things planned ahead. So seniors' last day is the
14th.
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 We'll probably do final checkout and all that stuff that next week, couple days in there. So yearbook link they have, jot form link. What else do they need for me to send them after? As far as band, different pods, all that stuff, besides what's that called? Orchestra has started, because they're not wind instruments. As far as the other band, besides percussion, band, choir, all that stuff is still on hold because of the Department of Health, governor, whoever you want to blame on that one, but we're still waiting on that guidance. As soon as that happens, yes, they will start. So we're just waiting on that to get approved. Senior group class picture. We're gonna have to figure out something creative to do potentially with your senior pictures. I don't know. We've been throwing around different ideas. Unless we put all big pictures of them and make a big one for the last senior class. We're gonna have to figure that out, because we can't have that many that close together. So if you have ideas, shoot them out to the counselors or one of us. I know they're going to work on a senior video, so be on the lookout for information on a senior video. They're going to have you come in and kind of stay right next to your car, do your thing, and then move on. So senior video is coming. What else?
Option B.
You need information on option B. If you haven't signed up, reach out to your counselor, and the counselor get with me, and then I'll have Assistant Principal Mr. McNeese is working on that. Option B, we have quite a few kids coming in from 8 to 9:50, and then they leave, and then the option C kids come in, or we can do something after school. So again, reach out to counselor or any one of us on the option B stuff, where we're doing a lot of that stuff really 8 to 9:45-ish before the option C kids come in. Baby pictures, I have no idea where those are going.
So senior quotes, baby pictures, if you have a family that was at Oñate, graduate, all of those things are in the senior Canvas page. So make sure that you are checking that. Miss Martinez posts different things as his counselors. So it's not, you don't have to check it daily, but I would go in there every now and then, see what's to do or what's coming up. But baby pictures might already be past the deadline. Senior quotes, I think right now they're doing family members that went to Oñate High School.
Senior video is put on by usually Mr. Martin and the mass media program, and then they get together, and usually they do stuff in school and all that type of stuff. But like I said, Mr. Granillo, Eric Granillo, and somebody else is in charge of that. So they'll send it out to you guys some way. We'll send it out to you guys some way. It'll probably be in Canvas, but we'll get all that stuff. So be on the lookout for that stuff. Are they going to stream?
Oh, the games. I think they're asking about football games.
Graduation.
And
No, somebody had asked about football games.
So yeah, that's another piece. Be on the lookout. We're going to email it to all the students. Also, we have a schedule now. So with that, we're going to have a link. So we may do some Facebook Live. We have some live stream through Venmo, through, what is it? No, not Venmo. What is, starts with a V?
Vimeo. Vimeo.
Vimeo. So Vimeo and this company kind of tag team. So we're going to have stuff on there. And we're also going to have stuff for YouTube Live through Mr. Martin and his. So we're going to have 3 different ways. So again, we'll get that out as quick as we can with the links and all that stuff. But yes, all that stuff will be live streamed. All the varsity games we're going to try to get in for sure. Even cross country, we're going to try to figure out how to do that. I'm going to run ahead of the cross country backwards and record. No, just kidding. But yeah, we'll get all that stuff. We'll get all that stuff done. Picture day and graduation. That's a good idea. I wonder if we could get, I wonder,
From the press box,
well, the press box, or if we get senior chief or.
the drone.
That's a great idea. I'm gonna write that one down and see. Where did I lose? Yeah. So be on the lookout for all the games and all the links. And again, hopefully, remember, we don't have a big budget to do this stuff. So we're using an iPad that may be on a tripod. So we're going to do the best we can this year. The gym stuff should be absolutely fine because we're kind of hardwired into the internet, all that stuff. The main football stadium is just like they have been in the past. So they'll be fine because they live stream those all the time. So Sporfy. If it's free, we're gonna try anything. Sporfy. Thank you. I'm ready to cut off my beard some days and not some days. So we're gonna have Oñate on our diploma. Yes, you're the last graduating class. Oñate on the cover, Oñate, all that stuff, and we got a pretty cool little other surprise that comes along with cap and gown, right?
Yes.
That'll be.
I think this is for games. Are athletic trainers allowed at games?
So here's the discussion. I'll be real honest. At like a football game, like a team can only have 60 people. So it may be one, it may be Mr. Plank and one other person. So be patient as we kind of work through all those things. There's a certain amount of people that everybody can have in the game, on the sideline, all that type of stuff. So I know it's going to happen. I just don't, it may be one or two with Mr. Plank. It may be one. So we're working out those details right now as far as numbers go and what the state kind of says is as far as guidance. Yes, we're going to try to plan all our senior nights like the first or second game. Hopefully the first game, because what if, and that's the only game. We're hoping not, but what if? Yep. So student athletic trainers, maybe two with Mr. Plank. So again, we're going to try to get the senior night, and really we're playing local. So we're playing our own teams within our district to start out with. So we may do something together the same night, but yeah, we want to get the senior nights done as soon as we can. Prom, I would say negative unless we get to green. And graduation, we're still on hold on graduation tickets and all that type of stuff. We'll have everything ready to go, and you'll probably have to come pick up the tickets for your family and that type of stuff. So again, we have the basics of on the field, in the stadium, and then the drive-through. So, but when you have to get your cap and gown and cords and all that stuff, we'll have a pickup day for all that stuff, and we'll take care of that. So next step. So I have yearbook link, jot form link. Did somebody answer the question about is some form locked in Canvas?
Oh, she accepted the quotes because I think they're doing pages at a time. And I think the senior quote was open for all of November, December, and January.
Okay.
But I think it's locked because she has to turn in those pages.
Okay. And I'll send out the link to this later on. Any other questions? As far as the ceremony, no, not this year. So last year was a celebration / we kind of let everybody go through because we weren't knowing where we're at and where COVID was going to be and where we're in the pandemic. But this is graduation. Unless we kind of go back to last year's, again, that's, things happen, things change, all that type of stuff. But the last that we talked about is if you have a graduation, it can only be those that have the credits and all that type of stuff, unless we go back to some type of celebration, which if we're in the stadium, then it's going to be regular graduation. So nope. And then
Is-
plan B is summer school graduation, which would be, we even have a date for summer school graduation yet?
I think I think if the calendar, it's always on a Thursday, I think it would be July 1st.
And that, if we can do, depends on how many we have, we may do that outside of our own football stadium in the pack if it's only a few. I don't know how many there. So that's another thing that we've been discussing, trying to figure out, plan on. So again, it's the terminology of graduation. If you call it graduation, then you have to have all the credits. So hold on that one. Again, things may change if we go to red and everybody's back home. We may have a celebration ceremony again like last year. So
Can I just say something on behalf of the counselors? If you're kind of worried about credits, or you're worried about summer school or night school, or you're not sure, parents, kids, please get a hold of the counselors, because at this point on March 2nd, we can probably help give you some options. Come to tutoring on Wednesday, come to lunch with me and Mr. Shopkan every day, and we have math teachers jump in. But if you wait until April or May 13th, there's nothing we can do. And depending on what you're at with credits, we can't get you graduated on time. So please, 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 if you think you might need summer school, if you're struggling in any of your cores, any of your classes, please, please, please get a hold of your counselors. I mean, we've been in contact with you as much as we can, but we need you to reach out to us and let us know.
when they do FAFSA, do you guys receive the information? It's just them, right?
Mhm.
It goes to their college
Yep.
and the family.
And I would kind of reiterate what Miss Sage just said. Somebody just put all their emails in there, like, we can help you now, a month from now, might not be able to, 2 months from now. Like it's a hard conversation to have. And yes, you still graduate in the summer, and but reach out. Like I said, we're here Wednesday nights. How many teachers are sitting there for tutoring?
When we have tutoring, we have tutoring in every single area. So if you're struggling in chemistry, we have a chemistry teacher. It may not be yours, and sometimes getting it explained a different way. At lunch, Mr. Shopkan and I sit there and we have kids jump in, and they may need help with Algebra 1, and we'll call an Algebra 1 teacher to jump in. So, but you have to come to us. We can't, if you don't, we don't know. So please, 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 I don't think any of us here can say it enough. We have to know that you need help.
And if
And
you're
the
still,
first 9 weeks is next week, right?
yeah,
Yep.
12th. Yeah, we're
Mhm.
about a week and a half away from the
Yeah.
end of the third. So
You
also,
got 10 days.
also, if you think you need option C, I'll be honest, seniors might be okay without it. I will tell you that we have 125 to 150-ish kids coming in Monday, Tuesday, and another group Thursday, Friday. And I will tell you that it's helped quite a few of them. And yes, it's probably the younger grade seniors. You should be okay either way. But if you need option C, you need to come in the building. You need your little space with a teacher. And yes, it's not normal school, but if that gets you through and you got to skip work or whatever and come into school for a few days, option C is still an option. Option C is still an option. That doesn't make sense, but let one of us know and we can. Said 2.5 months will go by fast, and then all of a sudden you'll be stuck. So reach out and let us know.
Please, please do.
I miss my seniors. Not many seniors came back. Few of them. All kinds of surprises. I got to get working on my other surprise too.
Yes, you do.
I know. All kinds of. Any other questions? Again, this is being recorded. We'll send out all the links and all that good stuff. What else? What do we miss? Going once, going twice. If you don't have anything else, thank you, please. All the emails are over there. The school's open. Call Monday through Friday. We're normally answering phones by 8 o'clock, and we kind of shut down the building in the front office, and we all kind of sneak out. So custodians can clean about 4 o'clock-ish. So 527-9430, all the emails, let us know. Catch us on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram. What else is there? MySpace.
LinkedIn.
But be on the lookout. Check your emails for games and all kinds of stuff. Oh, one more.
Yay.
You are welcome. Again, please let us know.
Thank you.
This
thank you.
recording, so yes, we can put this recording. So if somebody reminds me, I'll put it on the Canvas page, and then we put it on Facebook, Twitter. I'll email it out to all the senior parents and senior students. So it'll be kind of in 4 or 5 different places, and it'll be on the website, onyatehighschool.com. It's kind of hidden in there, and we gotta figure out how to make that a little bit easier in some of those areas. But so you'll have it a few different ways. With that, we'll hang out for about 30 more seconds and the final countdown. Go Arkansas Razorbacks, #1 in the nation in what? Cricket?
Baseball and track and
Basket-
field and cross
basket weaving.
country.
Arkansas.
Enjoy it while you can.
Danica, I'll call you tomorrow and we'll talk about a plan. Melanie wants to do a Zoom to go over the scores with the kids. So I'll call her and see when she can do it.
Sounds good.
Oh,
Good idea.
what's in the, oh. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome.
Thank
Somebody said,
you.
when do they get it? Get what?
When do we get what?
I don't know what it means.
Anonymous, when do
The
they get?
yearbook or
Yearbook's gonna be, yeah, we're gonna have to call them. It'll be later like it was last year. Yearbook, yes. So production will be later on in May. And yes, it'll be June, July, but really they don't look a lot at it right in the summer anyway.
do-
That's more for years down the road, but
Danica, do you see that FAFSA question?
I don't.
When do you hear from FAFSA? Okay. And Monty, you see that one for you, right?
Yeah.
it's so good to see your kiddo. He was, I don't know if he was happy to be there, but Mom, you know who I'm talking about, but he seemed to be smiling under his mask and he was good. So good to see kids back in school. Just hope everything stays good and stays all right. You are correct. But
Will masks be, oh, they didn't talk about this. Will masks be required during open graduation?
yes,
Yep.
absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. I wonder if we could get somebody to design. Everybody has the same. That'd be kind of cute, no?
Oh, yeah.
This should have been part of the senior packet, the senior.
Mhm.
Oh, I know. I'm gonna talk to him.
The senior swag.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna
Yeah,
put that
that's a
on
good
my,
idea.
you know what I mean? I'm with that. We can purchase those and have them all wear different sizes, but senior, what do they call it? Senior swag.
Senior swag.
Swag. Yep.
And yes, if you're still here, you're gonna get reached out to sometime soon as those signs. Yeah, you can't wait. That's a secret though. Don't tell anybody. If you're one of the 65 left, don't tell anybody.
Your bonus for staying on.
Pure black. Yep. Extra credit.
There it is.
Yes, masks will be required in the stands. All the above. Yes, yes, yes.
Danica, do you see that student that may not be able to attend graduation? Do you want to?
Graduation is the
do.
21st. 21st.
No,
It's Friday the
they're asking
21st.
They're asking what if they can't?
But there was one down below it.
Oh, okay.
And it's not required to attend graduation, just recommended. If you can't attend, you can pick up your diploma after graduation. Mr. Womble, it's usually ready the day after, correct?
No, it's the next week.
The next week after graduation.
Monday. Yep.
That
Mhm.
Wednesday.
Miss
Danica, there's a
McMahon, I
schol-
emailed you. Can you email me back?
Yeah. Danica, there's a scholarship question for students going out of state.
So there are, with regards to scholarships, a lot of the scholarships on that list are for wherever you're going to go. There's some that are only for New Mexico, but a lot of them are whether you're going to California, Oregon, or New Mexico. So take a look at the list because there are a lot of scholarships for out of state too.
Try the 30-second countdown again. You guys eating dinner yet? What's for dinner?
King Ranch chicken.
What?
Haven't made it.
I cooked it last night. I did.
You guys have 30 seconds when you're done, or tomorrow morning, can you email me all the, somebody put the yearbook in there, the jot form. And then I'll do the video. I'm not sure about if we do something at the Field of Dreams. We're going to try really, really hard to do a rehearsal because I think it helps out tremendously. So if we do it at the Field of Dreams, we have been talking about what that looks like. It's a lot easier when we do a rehearsal and kind of get you in the routine.
And usually rehearsals 2 days before graduation.
Mhm.
Yep. We haven't even set that up yet. We're kind of waiting. So maybe we should get dates for that and they can put it on their calendar just in case. We're going to meet tomorrow. So
Okay. And y'all will decide when your drop dead date is for making that decision.
well, I don't know if we can, because if we're in whatever and go to yellow the next, then we can switch over to that. So I think we got to get both of them ready. But that's kind of that first week in May that we said one way or the other. But
May 4th.
May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th. Cinco de Cuatro.
Yep. We're going to try our hardest. All I know is it's going to be outside somehow. Hopefully not outside in your cars.
Just make sure your air conditioner is working well.
Yeah. Well, we're in the morning, so I think we'll be okay.
That's right. We'll be
Last-
9 o'clock.
Last year was a little warm for those. Few.
Yeah.
With that, have a wonderful evening. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We love you and miss you.
Bye,
We will
everyone.
see you all soon. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.